Hey, if you ever wondered how to turn a chaotic morning into high-performance launch sequences, well, today we're going to dig into it. From boardroom to barbell, the ritual stack so you walk away with a simple, repeatable plan. And it all starts right now, live on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, Jimmy's back, and friends. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
Doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Hey, guess who's back in the saddle? Well, of course I'm here. Johnny's here. Marty's going to be here. But the big dog himself. No, not Johnny. Producer Jimmy. Back in the saddle, baby. Lots of love from Mornings in the Lab Nation to producer Jimmy. Had some family. Lost a incredible loved one last week. Jimmy's had some time away, but we have him back. I woke up to a note saying, can I come back to the show today? And I said, dude, absolutely. You're always welcome back here. Love you, man. Happy to have producer Jimmy the man, back in the saddle here this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. And hey, who are we? This is your live morning show for real talk, motivating content, and entertaining conversation you will not find on the radio. Nope. You'll not find on Sirius XM. Nope. You won't find it on your FM dial. Nope. You won't find it on the AM dial. Nope. You'll find it right here live over on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X, 8 o'clock Eastern time, starting at 7:30 first with the boy himself, the toothless boy wonder himself, Matt Roof. Yes, my other brother from another mother, the boy from upper state New York, getting after it every single morning over there on the Kindness Rising channel, bringing you kindness as you start your day. Hey, there might be kindness happening in the state of New York today. Oh, or not. Oh, maybe we'll dig into that conversation today. Hey, coffee's up, accountability is on, and guys, the lab is officially open right now. Hey, listen, guys, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. We're going to open up the horizontal channel and the vertical channel. This is an R-rated experience. Season strength, sorry, brother. It might even weave its way into an X-rated experience. If the kids are around, or if you might be offended by some of the things we say, I invite you to put the loop earbuds in or walk out of the room. And whatever you do not hit that snooze button. You guys, you know it's our mantra. You hit the snooze button, you're going to be 9 minutes behind the guy who didn't. And you do not want to be the guy who's the one who's last in line. Hey, guys, hour one. But you know what? I got a bunch of things on the table here today. We got things like the Svalbard seed vault, gambling in the MMA world of UFC. What? Fixed fights? What? Yeah, maybe we'll get a conversation about that. Hey, how does your food make you smell? We're going to have that conversation today too. Going to talk a little burnout, isolation, identity drift in the center stage topic. Going to have some conversation on boardroom barbells and deep dive. Reloaded, the emotional support water bottle. So I'm wondering, Jimmy, thinking about you, brother. And I'm just kind of having a conversation with you, pal. I'm wondering how many people walk around with a water bottle just for emotional support, not actually for the hydration inside of it. So we're going to have that conversation today as well. I wonder if Jimmy and I wonder if Johnny and Marty see people hanging around the gym and just hold their water bottle for the sake of having a water bottle, but not actually drinking it. I don't know. Community Corner, Maya Reyes joining us for YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack conversations. That's at the bottom of hour two. And hey, by the end of today's show, my goal is this. You're going to have a clear, repeatable morning ritual with some energy to get your day started. And it all starts live because the morning loop, hey, Rahima, the cut, it starts right now.
Welcome back to the Lab Business Athlete Nation. Keith, Jon, good to see y'all, fellas. So, Keith, if someone starts replying in all caps, do you think their message becomes clearer or more believable? We're asking for a friend. Coming up in today's Morning Loop, we're revisiting the Svalbard Seed Vault, humanity's plan B for war, disaster, or climate chaos. Nation, if crops started failing, what food would you miss most? Drop it in the comments, and let's get this show started. Keith, crew, let's go.
Good morning to all of you guys just popping through right now. Sterling Preston, what might you be alluding to with the all caps conversation? Oh, perhaps y'all want to know what they're alluding to. Well, let's just put it into perspective here. So I have a show. Yeah, this is my show. My name is on it. Yep. So if you find that you want to have a debate with me or argue with me and you feel you're right, you're probably not. If I'm adamant that I'm right. And listen, I know, Jon, we've talked about, it's not about right or wrong. It's about the results. I get it. I'm all about that true story. True motherfucking story, actually. But it's about respect. It's about respect. And my respect. And the respect that I'm building here with this show. And we are building with this show. And so forth. So when we invite you to the show and we invite you to read the instructions, I would invite you to pay attention to what we've said. And then I would invite you not to debate me in all caps. Yeah, true story. And then I would invite you to not debate me and deny everything and not take accountability. Yeah, true story. And then I would invite you to just sit back and listen and observe what I'm sharing with you and recognize that I'm probably right because this is, it's like me going to McDonald's and saying, I know how to cook the burger. Probably not. Nope. It's your business, your burgers. You guys probably know how to cook them. So somebody coming to my show, telling me how I'm writing my instructions or how it works or doesn't work, well, maybe you need to go look in the mirror because hundreds of other people, perhaps even thousands, Jimmy, have made their way onto the show by reading the instructions. Yes. So when I show you screenshots of our conversation that has the instructions in front of you, and you decide to respond in an all caps conversation that continues to disrespect me, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. We're going to go after it. True story. And not chasing drama. Nope. Just asking for a little respect. That's it. Respect lessons from the handsome chief, Jimmy. This morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith. And here's the thing, you guys. If you're going to come and throw me under the fucking bus, that's fine. I got no problem being thrown under the bus. I'm a big boy. Just know that I got a show. I got a daily platform. Oh yeah, I do. And I'm prepared to use our conversations as conversation. Listen, this show works because we share everything. True story. Speaking of sharing everything, you guys want to join the show? What kind of conversations have you guys had where people have thrown you under the bus? We're going to open the phone lines up in the second hour. Morning, Jimmy. I wonder if Lady Drew's out there. Sorry, Drew. I know you're listening, Drew. Drew, I can see the numbers. 431-300-3005. Phone, text, or leave a voicemail. Yes, and to those of you guys that are not watching on the live channel, I invite you guys to join us live, 8 o'clock Eastern time right here. Good morning, Holroyd. I see you out there. Good morning, Sullivan. I see you out there as well. Looking forward to bringing the handsome man. Well, I'm already here, but the other handsome man himself, Jon Andersen. I just see him walking into the studio here this morning. I know he'll be equally happy because Jimmy's back here today as well. Hey, guys. Johnny.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm awesome. I woke up with a nice note from our brother from another mother, Jimmy, back in the saddle here today behind the buttons.
I heard that. That's
yes.
Good. I'm glad you're back, Jim.
Yes. Been dealing with some loss, and I know that
I still don't know what you look like, brother.
Maybe there's something good about that, actually.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
That's right. Yes.
Then that little bastard comes out. And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, all that mess. And the little guy's he's just a short little fucking gray-haired guy.
Fuck, man. Do you remember? Oh, my God. I'm glad you said that. Hold right ears up. Do you remember the first Wizard of Oz and with Judy Garland? I know we're dating ourselves now, but that whole, those fucking crazy goblins and all that shit. And then you're right. You building
first one.
Yeah, the very first one. Yeah.
Love that movie.
Me too. And then building up to it. The curtain opens up.
Yeah, it was like, he's here, and I'm like, where is he?
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Because as a young person watching that show, you're building up that there's this big villain behind the curtain.
He was going to be a big something.
Yes. And then he walks out and you're like, oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, Adam Holward, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. So true, so true. Hey, listen, how was your last 24 hours, brother?
It was good.
That was awesome. Yeah.
It was good, yeah.
What was your highlight?
That's a good, what was my highlight? My workout. Fucking.
Oh, tell
shit.
me. What'd you do?
Just doozied me.
Yeah.
So it was one of those where I was warming up and nothing was wrong, but I could just feel something was a little tight in my left glute.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And
oh.
I kept warming up, and a lot of times as I start to slowly climb, it'll break loose.
Yeah.
And it never really broke loose. So I was like, this is not the day to try to go up. So I basically what I did is I took squat and the deadlift, wrap those two together.
Yeah.
And I just upped the volume. So I only was 225 on each, but I was like extremely deep. And I did I did a total of 14 sets between the two, which is a lot of that compound movement.
Yes.
Holy Christ. That volume kicked my ass.
How are you feeling today?
I feel much better today. Yesterday it just drained me. I went down for my nap. I was like, holy shit.
So you've been relaxing for a couple hours on your naps lately. Was it a shorter one for you yesterday?
Yesterday was a shorter one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm little by little I'm sleeping better at night.
Nice.
That's the issue. When I was getting too wound up, just wasn't getting my sleep at night was getting thin.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
So,
interesting.
But it was a good workout. It was just kind of goes to show how, it doesn't really matter what the challenge is. You could find a way to get the job done. Because normally I would have done about 2/3 of that volume, but it would have been more challenging sets in terms of like the weight being more challenging per set.
Oh yeah.
So I sped up the pace.
Yeah.
And my hip never really broke, my glute never really broke loose. So I'm really glad that I did what I did.
How does it feel today? You feel good today?
Yeah, it's fine today.
Yeah.
I've been on this last couple of days. I've been on this kick of doing stair climber for 5 minutes, then going to my burpees, which has been kind of nice. The burpees is something that it's like, it keeps my hips so loose. When I do them, I'm just a more mobile person. Like when we play pickleball.
Yeah.
I have to reach. If I have to reach, kind of lunge and reach.
Yes.
I can lunge and reach without that posterior getting all bound up.
Yeah. Well, and what would strike me as a positive is that you're a big man. So putting your body through a burpee situation down and up, I can only think that is a very effective and efficient way to just take your whole body and put it into positions that it's not really going to normally be used to. So like I said, when you're going to go play pickleball, if you're stretching and reaching, good morning, Marty. You're doing your burpees. You got a sense of throwing your body into situations, eh?
And I make it real dynamic. So I go down to the point where I'm maybe kind of a 3/4 squat.
Oh yeah.
And then what I'll do is I'll leave my feet. Land in that push-up position, touch my chest, explode, and I'll pop right back to that position. So it's very explosive.
Yeah, interesting.
It's not the one where you're kind of sluggishly. I was doing this with my youngest daughter's boyfriend. When I was putting in the test, I was like, okay, I got to test this kid's grit. So I burped him till he threw up. But he's like, dude, I can't believe how you pop up out of the bottom of there. Because most people they do the push up, push up's not terribly explosive.
Yes.
And then they got to kind of maneuver back to their feet.
Yes. Yes.
As to where it's just for me, it's like when I leave my feet, right? It's boom. And
Marty, how much do you dislike burpees, Marty?
I don't, they're not fun, but I look forward to doing them.
You do?
They're fucking, they're good.
Well, because I guess they're so effective, right? Let's just be frank. They're so effective with the whole body, eh, Mark?
Yeah, I saw this guy actually this morning. He was like,
Yeah.
you guys doing burpees are stupid. And it's just like, come on, man. You know, maybe you're not doing them right. Maybe you need to add some weight, but they can be really challenging. You can get a lot from burpees. It's full body. Anything full body is a great exercise. So,
and to John's point, and and what I like what he said there too, Marty, because listen, I've done burpees too, and I've done the half-assed version, I've done the mediocre version, I've done the good version. Like if you're doing the version of getting yourself down and getting yourself up, it's fucking tough, man. Like there's no slagging off there, because let's be frank, Johnny, there are ways to take, to your point, the shortcut with the burpee. Right. But if you drop and then be explosive back up, oh my goodness, that's hard.
Yeah. Like for example, the first set.
Yeah.
I'm doing that lagging one because
you are.
Because I have to make sure that my shit's ready to pop.
Yeah.
You know, like my triceps, a lot of times, you know, I do lots of dips. Dips are my favorite move.
I love dips, man. I do too. I love dips.
But my triceps are kind of always on that cusp of being sore. And so like today, I noticed that my left tricep was not really all the way loosened up. So I really had to be careful to just kind of get that first set underway so that I could, you know, I felt it kind of loosen up. So I was good, but it's not a burp. Like the ones that I count, the sets that I count are the ones that I can snap.
Yeah. Good morning, Millennium Purge TV. You're here with Keith, Jon, and Marty here on Mornings Alive with Keith, Jon, and friends. We're talking burpees. We're talking dips. Hey, Jon, let's talk dips for a few seconds. Actually, I'd like to, if you don't mind. Sure. Dip variations. So I'm going to play the dumb guy, the naivety, and just throw some things on the table. AJ taught me a number of different types of dip variations, like feet out, feet back. Let's talk through the variations. Which one do you like? Do you enjoy? Do you love? Are there some that we haven't thought about that you're like, oh yeah, you should try this version? Because I freaking love dips. I can go do dips all the time. I love them. Talk about them, Johnny.
Oh, forgive me. I thought we're still talking burpees. Yeah.
Yeah. No, dips.
Yeah. So the dip is like, it really depends on how you set it up.
Yeah.
Like if you were to keep your shoulders kind of rounded forward,
yes,
and your legs more underneath you, you pull your knees up towards your chest, it's going to be, you're going to be tipped over, which means it's going to be more of a pectoral movement.
Yeah. Okay. How about
chest, if you chest out, you know, and you kind of turn yourself into a little bit of a banana, you know, then it's going to be more of a tricep movement.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And then feet forward too, right, Johnny? Like there's sorry, Marty, for the feet forward, like there's a way to, like if I'm doing the dip bar and I'm keeping myself straight, but I'm moving my feet forward, like pointing forward, correct? Like there's what that's working pec too, is it not, for the most part?
Well, you can't. I mean, when you do a dip, you're going to get your
triceps,
you're going to get your triceps, and you're going to get some bit of deltoid, whether it's front, whatever. No matter what you do,
efficient.
No way to escape it. It's like a push-up. You can bring your elbows tight and your hands close. Yes. You're going to get more tricep, but that pec's still working.
Yeah. What are you, Millennium Purge? What's your favorite dip, Marty? What are you, bro? What are you going to say?
I was just going to say my favorite dip is to get the dip belt and throw 2 45s on there and crank them out till failure. That's my favorite dip.
I love that.
Everybody's got to be. That's good shit, but everybody's got to be careful. If you got to build up to that.
Marty's of course.
Because I'm just saying, when people hear that, like, oh, I'm going to try that. And they'll get up there and they'll fucking tear a shoulder loose.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Yeah, I was just speaking personally, but you're right.
100%, bro. And I was giving you your props, just saying, don't try to jump in where Marty's. This is something that he's worked his way to.
Yeah, Millennium Purge, two plates. Yeah, so Marty, I was the same way with Zeglin taught me that, right? Throw the belt on, chop the strains up, throw the chains on there, throw the 2 45s in there and get under it, right? That's fucking awesome, man. Now you just give me some excitement to go do that maybe today over here on the backside of the wall here, actually. I love that, man. The feeling of it, I feel so strong when I do dips.
Yeah, me too. I do them with pull-ups too.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, to me, that's like the true strength, you know?
Yes.
I mean, and not to down anyone, you know, but anybody can go chest press, bent over row and throw a lot of weight on there, but pulling yourself up, it's not easy, especially if you over 220 pounds.
Pulling dead weight up, your body weight up. I admitted here in the show I could not do pull-ups. I had to work to pull-ups with the band. That's a hard thing to do.
I've helped so many people do their first pull-up.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet.
You'd be shocked how many men can't do 5 of them. You know.
Yes.
Can't do one.
Work up to. Can't do one. You're right.
Can't do what's unbelievable. Really good at dangling. They're like a fish out of the water.
There was a guy that showed up at the NHL Combine 12 years ago. the combine, Marty, John, like the NFL combine, we're bringing all the athletes in and test them, right? And he was unable to do a pull-up at the combine. He was chastised and ridiculed and given grief. John, Marty, the whole thing. Last year, Stanley Cup champion, VIP of the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs. In other words, he's like, fuck y'all to your dips. So fuck y'all to your pull-ups, man. I get the Stanley Cup belt, or I get the cup, right? So just an example of
that's like Kevin Durant.
Yes.
The NBA combine is 185. He couldn't bench it.
Oh, interesting.
And he's on year 19, two-time champion.
No shit.
Yeah. Hall of Famer.
Well, because there's a difference between, I mean, these tests are helpful to gauge some shit, but they don't tell you how to play the game. Warren Sapp was the same way.
Yes.
He had one of the lowest 225 benches of the whole goddamn fleet in Indianapolis combine, but he became one of the best fucking defensive players out there.
Yeah, it's so this year in the NHL they banned preseason testing of the athletes, and there's been some controversy around it. I don't like it. I think there's value in having a baseline. Right, so you're right. How many pull-ups you can do does not determine how many goals or assists or how many throws you're going to throw on the football field. But as you go through the season, I believe it sets a baseline for you as an athlete. So Marty, you come into the preseason, we set your baseline, we set your markers, we go through the year, and we just maybe test or analyze throughout the season to see where your baseline is. I think there's value in that. I think going through things blind, I understand why they don't, because of the economics and the business side of it. But I think there's value.
Well, they're fucking blanket tests.
Yes,
you'd be better off to give a quarterback an IQ test than a fucking.
Oh yeah.
Look at Tom Brady. He had some of the worst numbers ever. Best fucking quarterback.
Yes,
because his IQ was fucking sky high. His work ethic was off the charts.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the best. Instead, like I don't know basketball that well, but I'm sure like a point guard, the guy that runs the fucking team up and down the court and calling shit. He's got to be able to recognize stuff and keep his team in order. His IQ has got to be better than the fucking guy down in the middle that's just fucking grinding out the paint.
It's actually interesting you put that on the table there, John, and it makes me curious why they don't have those conversations about
it's those old it's set in their way shit. Now keep in mind, but that's what the scouts' job too, is they realize look, the numbers don't match, but there's this X factor that they're buying.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, boys, a question from Sullivan for both you guys. Hey, Millennium, I love all your comments, brother. Thanks for hanging out on the channel here today. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. This is Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. We get after it every single day, live conversation to help you get up and get after it. I'm Keith. That's Jon. That's Marty. We go every single day right here on the platform. So I invite you to subscribe and like the channel. Boys, I got a question for you from the community. Marty, Johnny from Sullivan. What do you suggest for shoulder and ankle crepitus without pain, just warm-up sets and stretch? There's no risk of injury in the future because of crepitus. I admit I don't know what crepitus is.
I mean, I don't really know either, but I think that's got to do with just fucking sore joints, swollen joints. Yeah. It's gonna be just get that body temperature up without putting those areas under any load or strain.
Yes. Global, you're right. It does sound like a cooking show. Go ahead, Marty.
Yeah. Just like Johnny said, get that body warm and do dynamic stretching. Don't just do static. Right.
Oh, yes.
So, get the Frankensteins, the walking pigeon, quad stretch, do all of that stuff. And then I also I'm not sure what you're capable of, but if you like find a line, like if you're on the turf field or something like that, you find a line and you do bunny hops side to side, kind of quick.
That's going to blow his ankles up, bro.
I was about to say you might be able to do 2 feet. I don't know about 1 foot.
Yeah, you got it. I would agree with Mark. After you found a way to break a sweat without putting any of those joints under any load, like sit on a stationary bike. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how severe it is. Yeah,
stationary bike, no fucking strain. You just break once you got a good sweat going. Now all the joints are like it's like Dorothy oiling up the Tin Man.
Yeah,
Johnny, Marty doesn't know what we're talking about. I was white boy.
I know Wizard of Oz. Yeah, they got a black version too. That's how I know it. Hey, look, don't underestimate me, Keith. I know a lot, man. I love you. Or Mike, try some stability stuff like pistol squats, maybe onto a box or something like that. Yep.
But I think his concern was that he's trying to not put strain on the joints to get warmed up. So
Okay, got you.
anytime you're walking or standing or hopping, that's going the opposite direction.
I
of
got you.
what his concern.
I get the clicks when I hear you guys talking joints because I haven't smoked one yet today. So I always when I hear joints, I'm like, anyway. So Crepitus, hey, we got the community answering our questions. We got Sullivan and we got Jimmy. Crepitus in North and actually Global. Thanks, Global. Global's the resident grok here on the show, man. Mike's just got everything on the ball for us today. Orthopedic medicine and sports medicine. Crepitus describes a popping, clicking, or crackling sound in a joint.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. So
yeah, so we learned something today, guys.
You can tell by the name it's discomfort of some sort.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Hey, Anderson, you must have been in my brain this morning, brother. Actually, we'll just put that aside for this morning. But I was on the farm in my dreams this morning, and
I was going to say you're on the fucking funny farm again, weren't you?
No, you brought up a young man named Tom Brady. Well, there was some news today. I got a question for you guys, especially for you, Anderson, because you have a couple of these fuckers and you love them like I do. So Brady, Marty, revealed this morning that he cloned his dog. Exactly, Johnny. Exactly.
How?
Remember Dolly, Johnny? We grew up with the cloning of Dolly. Remember years ago, John? There was that science, and Marty, I don't know if you remember because you were a little. You're
I don't know this one.
No, you're a smidgen younger than I am. Me and Johnny were, but there was about 20 years ago, and the guys that are tuning into the show will know what I'm talking about. Dolly was a sheep that scientists were looking to clone, and they successfully cloned the sheep, Dolly. That science now is being so Brady and a few other big investors have invested in some scientific companies that clone animals, and Brady admitted yesterday that dog that he had with his previous wife, what's her name again? I
can't think of it.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyways. They cloned that dog. So the dog he has now is a clone of his original dog. So, John, make it simple. You got Midas and you have Makita, right?
Kiki,
and Midas. Essentially, you could clone those animals. And I think you can clone the cells for $1,600. Like, you think about what it costs you to buy your dog. Like, it cost me $4,000 to buy my paw.
Yeah, I paid more for Midas's dad's nut.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So... Now, there's ethical conversations, there's ethical considerations with this, but I'm just going to go right out there and say it. If I can clone my animals, I'm fucking clone my animals. I love my dog.
I'm ready for my animals to peacefully go away.
Oh,
yeah. I know, not that I don't love them, but it's going to be a different phase of my life.
Yeah.
They're going to know how difficult it would be to put them in the fucking helicopter and go somewhere.
Well, yeah,
they come with us everywhere.
Yes.
Like my youngest daughter's home for a couple.
Tom Brady's family will have you seeing.
We're going to Mexico for the Baja 1000, and we're not bringing the dogs. We're only going for a week. How much easier it makes that trip.
Well, it's interesting to hear you say that because there is certainly a bird. I don't know if it's. I'll put the word on the table, burden, right? Because you do have that responsibility of worrying about the dogs, right? So what you're saying, Anderson, is that not having the animals around is going to give you an immense amount of flexibility for the next part of your life.
Well, yeah, and granted, it's a clone. I get it, but it's not. It's like if I clone Terry. Okay, yeah, I would have a clone of Terry, but is it really Terry?
Well, it's interesting you say that because that's the ethical consideration, and Global Michael even puts it in the comments.
If somebody wants it, great, I get it. But for me, my dogs are special. You go through the whole life cycle with them.
Yeah,
and that's part of life.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because cloning DNA does not make personality. So some would say that sure you have the same dog, Marty, but
it's the nurture that creates that personality.
Yeah, those moments you created with the dog, those moments, John, where we laugh about the dog shitting in the bedroom and the vacuum carrying it around. Like the new dog is not part of that memory, right? So, it looks like it's the same dog. It may have some appearances, but it's not the same animal.
Yeah, Midas wouldn't grow up with my daughters in the house, so
That's
he
right.
wouldn't have the same connection to them.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Marty, would you clone something?
I just wouldn't see the point of it.
Yeah.
And I think if the dog's time has come, his time was here. It was great, kind of honor his legacy. Like one of my dogs that died, we have his we have his paw print and we have like a nice little note from the the doctor's office where we let them go. But
we got
I don't think I would do
Mark. That's cool, Mark. We actually have our dog's ashes. We got them in boxes.
Oh, you have the ashes? Okay, yeah. I would just do that. And if it was like a family member, just like Johnny said, I wouldn't want to clone the person. You kind of just pay your respects and let them go. That's just me, though.
But here would be an interesting thing, though. If we cloned ourselves so we can understand what the people around us actually deal with. Now that would be a learning experience.
Interesting.
It would be.
I'm leaving a piece of me behind for you when I'm gone. Who? What? Me.
Well, no, I would. What I'm saying, I'd want to clone myself. Okay.
Say that.
I think you muted yourself, Johnny.
Oh, Johnny muted himself by accident. How did he do that?
Every time I bump
press something.
a cord, that
could be something on his microphone. That's
what
it was. Okay.
I bumped my microphone. It does it.
Oh, okay.
I was reaching for my lighter, but I was thinking, if I could clone myself, say, okay, the lifespan of this motherfucker is 30 days.
Yes.
He doesn't die. He just kind of disintegrates. You'd have a 30-day learning experience. That would be pretty interesting.
Yes. Thanks, Millennium. Thanks for the subscription, brother. I appreciate you being here too. We get after it every single day here. All right, so let's continue the show from cloning to a next topic that made my ears perk up and my naivety come to life. Marty, looking at you, brother. There's some allegations over the weekend that the UFC fight was fixed. Oh,
which one?
UFC 101.
Who was it a certain matchup or the whole
let me
thing?
get some of the details here. Marty, do you know what I'm talking about or not?
Yeah, I do. I'm looking it up too because I can't remember the names.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. This shit happens,
Johnny, that's exactly what I wanted to ask. That's why I put it out there about the naivety, because I got to think that this it's like, what? It's like, are we surprised? So here's what it was. So there was Isaac Dolgarian's fall from grace. So here's how it went down, John, Marty. There was a bunch of activity. So obviously these big these big leagues use trying to find the words, technology companies to monitor betting, right? To see how the bets are working, right? So I guess on Saturday, the day of the fight, this company called ICB or whatever it was noticed that the bets were going crazy on the fight on Saturday. So they actually didn't even have the fight. They stopped it. They did have the fight, but after it, they found out that there was perhaps some fixing going on. And then Dana White talked to a bunch of other fighters and said, we're going to get to the bottom. Let's get the FBI involved. And then a bunch of fighters came to the table and said, shit. We've had a lot of other people approach me to fix fights too. And he's like, what the fuck, man? Why isn't anybody saying anything?
Oh, man. I mean, would you say something if you were in that situation?
Probably not.
Well, I mean, it's like if someone came up and said, hey, sit down and smoke this crack with me. I say, get the fuck out of here, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't be compelled to go tell everybody that I was approached to smoke fucking crack.
But
I just left the situation.
But let's put ourselves into some situations. So we have some fighters, we have some athletes that have been working their way through the gyms, through the grit of life. There's the choice of words, the grit of life, right? Trying to piece pennies together to make nickels, trying to piece nickels together to make quarters. And then some dude comes up and says, hey, Anderson, got a big fight this weekend, man. I see you're struggling here. Fucking, I'll drop some cash on your table to do this and do that. Still not doing it.
Well, but you got to understand, from the standpoint of these guys that are grinding it out,
yeah,
their ability, especially in the UFC, their ability to get anywhere is to win.
Yes,
you go in and you lose a couple, you're done. That's it.
Yeah, you're done.
It's over. You're not fucking contracted for 10 fights. A lot of times you'll come in for one.
It's actually that, You're over. You don't win, you're done,
Well, I mean, if you're a fucking star, it's different.
Yes.
If you're Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, BJ Penn had one of the biggest losing streaks ever, but he was such a fucking star, it didn't matter. He put butts in the seats no matter whether he was going to win or lose. But the point is that, you know, you're grinding it out. You know, I mean, it was just like, fuck. I remember when I was climbing into the seats that I wanted to get into, dude, I worked so fucking hard. There was no way I was going to compromise everything I'd done for that one that was just getting there was just the first fucking step.
Well, and think of the money too, because it's not even much. So Vince Morales apparently was offered 70 grand to take a dive in a fight, like 70 grand. Like, that's it. So, hey, Marty, I'll give you 70 grand, take a dive. Exactly. Like, what the fuck, man?
Well, hold on. Back up. 70 grand. So now you got to pay 35% to the fucking IRS. Then you got to take another.
No, because I'm paying you 70 grand cash to throw the fight. So, right, I'm giving you cash, right? So I'm paying you.
Forgive me. But I mean, you figure these guys, if they're making 70 grand for a fight, they're not making seven. They're making less than half of that.
Well, and so one of the questions I guess White threw to a bunch of the fighters after this controversy on the weekend was, you know, who has been approached before? And if you have, tell me. And why haven't you told law enforcement about it? And one of the big questions was, you know, do you have debts to people? Are you on the bad side of the law where you got debts to people and some bad guys, some Hell's Angel dude or whatever is coming up to you saying, hey, Marty, I want you to throw the flight because you owe me $100 grand. I'm like, oh, fuck, man. You know what I mean? Like that, I got that has to happen probably more often than not. I'm suspecting.
Yeah, there's a video going viral right now about this like New York mobster guy.
Okay.
And he talks about how, I should have sent it to you. He talks about how he gets players to give him his money back when they get deep in debt with him. It's like a thing. And he said it happens a lot with NFL players. And so basically he just he scares them. Like he threatens them.
Well,
threatens to kill their family, threatens to do something to them. And he's like, you're going to throw the game. And that'll be your $250K will be paid back to me. And we don't have to worry about it. So, or you'll fake an injury or something like that. So it happens.
Yeah. It seems like it's inevitable that we will have a massive fighting scandal at some point in our lifetime because the money is too great. There's just so much money on the line. A lot of money, right? So good morning, everybody. Hanging out with Keith, Jon, and Marty here on Mornings Live with Keith, Jon, and friends. Good morning, my baby. Lauren's getting after. She had a big lift this morning.
What's up, Lauren?
We got Global here. In politics, they will steal your girlfriend to make you lose. Yeah. Speaking of politics, just a quick little comment on politics. Marty, just down the road up in New York City, there's a new mayor today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got yeah, I made a tweet about this, but I was basically saying, listen, whoever can win the crowd, who can win the social media war, that's who's going to win the election.
Yes.
And Mom Donnie up there, I mean, his PR team, I mean, Cuomo can't compete with that. You know?
And I just want to make I want to just make an observation without comment or opinion, just purely observation. Okay, so take this for what it's worth. It says a lot about New York and democracy and the state of New York when there's now a Muslim mayor of a city that had two towers attacked September 11th, 2001. If you said to me on September 12th in 2001 there's going to be a Muslim mayor in the future, Marty, you would have said to me, what are you fucking smoking, man? Yeah, so I'm just putting it out there. It's quite incredible to me.
Yeah, this is a topic C. Marty Politics isn't going to touch on.
Yeah. Well,
I will say a lot of people
offering it
that
up.
a lot of people that are doing the voting, you got to think, because I'm 32. So when those towers were hit, I was 8. So a lot of people don't know the severity of it. You got to think about how many people are voting that are younger than me.
You were 8.
I was 8 when that happened. I was in 3rd grade. So
because Jon, you and I could not imagine this back in 2011. And again, I don't. To be honest, I don't say I don't care because that would sound like I'm gonna be flippant about it. I'm purely just having a conversation around it. It's an observation that holy smokes.
So a lot of people, they don't understand. They don't know how crazy that was. And yes. I was in DC when it happened. So
right,
it hit the Pentagon too. So I mean, I know countless people that had family members of firefighters that had to go there. People that had family working at the Pentagon. So
Yeah, I find it fascinating, actually. I'll tell you what else I find fascinating. Here's one fun. Johnny, it's like the news serves me up content because of your world. And the foods that make you smell more attractive. Marty, you missed a good scene yesterday on the show. We're talking, and all of a sudden, Johnny's like, I'm like, oh, how do you smell today? He's like, oh, even Terry's noticing shit.
Probably
No,
tried
I remember.
everything.
No, she didn't notice. I actually asked her to smell it.
Yes, that's what. I would have gave my wife a kiss before I come on the show. She goes, "I stink." I'm like, I don't smell. Look, I don't smell you guys. Like, I don't. Maybe I just don't notice body odor, or I like body odor, but I don't know. But anyways, food that make you smell more attractive. So, Johnny, what's making you smell these days, pal? What are you putting in your body to make you smell the way you smell?
Haven't figured it out, but I mean, but over the course of time, it's happened a few. There's been a few times that just think of it like this: your chemistry is changing.
Yes,
and it could be age. Fuck, who knows? I mean, I think realistically, I think part of it may be the fact that I'm kind of recovering from like this over, I was just way overstimulated physically and mentally for a pretty good chunk of time.
Yeah.
So I think my body had probably some level. I hate to say toxicity, but who knows? I think that's the biggest thing I put my finger on right now. But it's not like this rancid smell. Like it's just like normally I don't have any odor. My odor is very minimal.
Oh yeah.
Same here.
I'd like to think mine is too, and I don't. Lauren never comments on my smell. I think my body. I don't wear body. Marty, do you wear deodorant or any?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I
You
wear
do it?
deodorant for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing it today.
Now, if I don't put that deodorant on, you might get a little whiff or something.
Oh yeah.
I put the deodorant on, I'm good.
Yeah, Johnny, what did you say? You said today. You said you did.
Funny enough, just my right side.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you said you didn't, though, John.
Or I've just the last couple of days, I'm like, fuck, I'm getting tired of smelling this shit.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Oh wow,
interesting. Yeah,
and it's not that big of a deal, but I mean, if I do something like this, I'll catch just a little whiff. Right.
Just one.
See, right now, I smell some sort of spice.
Yeah. Marty,
but I mean, literally, just a little swipe is all it took.
Yes, Marty. Old Spice.
Yeah, Old Spice. Yeah.
We got Millennium Purge TV, who's been hanging out with us in the whole show here today, which I really appreciate. He's from Virginia. I was in military skills during 9/11. Oh, there you go. Right. So yeah, I guess I never really thought about that perspective when the way you put it that way, Marty, that you were 8 back then. So, those with these generations making these decisions today is very different, right? Millennium says, I like fish tacos. I love fish tacos too. Read between the lines on that one. And Millennium says, I just started my fitness journey 2 years ago. That's awesome, brother. I appreciate that. That's awesome. That's how you getting after it. And then Lauren's comment, it's hormonal for women. Johnny, do you find the same thing with Terry? Only certain points in the cycle, different than from men. John, do you notice the same thing with Terry?
Terry actually, she stays so lean. She stopped menstruating.
Oh,
when we got together.
Yeah.
She's never had a counterpart like me that lives the life. She's
always understands her stuff. So, right? Yeah, I appreciate you.
Well, it's just so the fact that I lived the life. She had no resistance living the life. Oh. She got substantially better shape than she'd ever been in.
Yes,
like her off-season look right now, she would have whooped the shit out of herself in her first 10 competitions.
That's awesome, man.
In the off-season, her off-season
yeah.
look?
Yeah, like right now, the way she looks right now is far better than she looked in her first 10 competitions, for sure. That's what happens when you live a certain way for decades.
Yes. Well, we talked about it a couple of days ago, Johnny, where people are like, oh, Terry must have been lifting weights or she must eat well. How do I get her arms? Oh, you need to live. It's like Lauren, you need to live the same life for 30 years. This doesn't happen overnight. Yeah. Right, Marty?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I was going to say, that's why you got to choose the right person.
Yes. Yes.
Johnny probably just took her to that next level,
Well, she chose. This is what I'm doing. And she says, well, fuck, man, this is what I want to do. But I'd never had a partner that actually supported or understood. Not that they resisted her. It's just different when, a person lives a certain way and a person lives another way. There's always that.
Yes.
That, I don't know what you call it, that, we just we don't have snack foods in the house,
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Like we tore when we remodeled this house, the fucking pantry could have been a small office. And first thing she said was, we don't have those foods. So let's just rip this out of here.
Yes.
And I didn't even notice. I was like, fuck, you're right. I was like, what are we going to put in there? Nothing.
So what did you put in there? Oh, nothing.
We ripped it out.
Oh, I got you.
It was huge. Yeah, what we do have is we have a commercial like double door refrigerator because all of our food spoils.
That's right. Yeah. So you need to eat the food fresh. What I do like that you said though, Jon, that it's probably a topic maybe we need to put on the table and talk more about, is that when our wives, our girls, our females get after it and get into the gym and start working hard and training hard and lifting hard and perhaps going through changes in life, it affects their menstruation. Right. And you talked about that. And I don't think enough men understand that or realize it or and I'm going to say I would encourage men to learn about it, because it's a good thing to learn about. And I'm glad you brought that up, Jon, because I can guarantee, I'm sure it made Terry feel it, as you guys gone through ways. She's like, okay, well, he understands. I understand. There's no, combating. It's just, we're on the same page.
Yeah. And I don't think she had combating before. It's just the difference between you have fucking crackers around all the time.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucking much easier to eat those crackers.
Well, dude, it was, that was part of my old world.
Go ahead, Keith.
Part of my old world, Marty. We talked about it private. It's part of my old world. It's why I got out of that world. It's why I climbed the mountains, so I don't revisit the old world. Yep. Right? I can't tell you how frustrated I was growing up, having different dinners made for different people. And I'm like, why is that all happening? Because that's not teaching good habits, right? So we'll leave that aside. But that's why I appreciate Lauren's comment. And Marty, I took Keith to the next level because she has.
Husky
right?
Keith.
Like, because exactly, Marty, Husky. Like last night's dinner, boys, fucking salad and a pulled chicken. That's it. Just a fucking big pile of meat and a big pile of greens, and we just crushed it. And Johnny, no stupid decisions last night, brother.
Good.
Yeah, went to bed. Yeah, went to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. But sticking on food though, and I'm being serious, Jon. Do you find without putting perspirant or deodorant aside, will you make strategic decisions with your food? And I'm being serious here, knowingly to change your body smell, or you're like, no, you don't. No. You're not that intentional.
That has nothing to do with my body.
You don't go there, right? Okay, gotcha.
I'm a seeker of clarity, not a seeker of body odor.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Well, here's one to talk about. We often talk about shitting here on the show. Millennium hears up on this, and we tend to talk about body movements on the show because we're always talking about the stuff nobody else talks about.
You know why I was within because I got that 3-minute window. I'm supposed to be here. You know, I was in that 3-minute window again because I brushed my teeth in my third dump.
Well, does your shit stink to the toilet bowl? What it says about your health? Well, so Marty, if your shit is sticking to the toilet bowl, no, I know, gross, but true story. If it's sticking to the toilet bowl, it might mean you're eating too much fatty foods. So it's finding itself sticky. And I'm just.
But the question is it good fatty foods? My shit sticks to the toilet all the fucking time.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm offering observations of why it might be, right? So you might say, oh, hey, maybe I had a bunch of fucking peanut butter or stuff last night, so it's sitting in there, right? But what also will affect it, and you know this, Andersen and Marty, is hydration, right? Like if we're not drinking enough water, you're fucking shitting clay out of your back end. It's hard coming out. Like the idea of hydrating to.
It's number 3 right here.
Number 3 already. Yeah. Marty?
I'm about half a gallon in, so I'm right there with you, Johnny.
It's interesting because
but you got how many hours you've been awake?
About 5.
Yeah. So we're moving about the same pace. Good job, brother.
It's interesting because this is funny. I'll segue to this topic. I found something on the for one of our topics for the show here today, which was I was thinking about you guys when I put this one on the table, which was the emotional support water bottle. Now, before you roll your eyes, I'm going to suspect there have been clients in both of your worlds, maybe more so you, Marty, because of some of the female coaches you coach. I'm female. I'm just going to put it out there. Mm-hmm. That some might walk around with the water bottle more for emotional support, not actually using it to drink water. Would you say that's the case, Marty, or not? Like more of I have it with me. It makes me feel good, but I don't actually use it all the time.
I think some have done that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't call it emotional support.
It's like a crutch almost.
A crutch, yeah. And so I won't say nothing to them about getting on their water, but but that's about it. So maybe
I got a really interesting hack for that.
Tell me.
Go ahead.
Make it fucking taste good.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah.
If it tastes good, yeah. I mean, mine's always. Every one of these has got 7 to 8 grams of grape flavored creatine, and I fucking love the flavor.
Really? I didn't even know there was flavored creatine.
Neither did I, actually, to be honest with
The
you.
white
Well,
powder.
because most of it is fucking terrible tasting and it's got colors. What I use has no colors. It fucking tastes amazing.
No shit.
Yeah.
Can you send that over to us when you get a chance?
Yeah, it's enhanced nutrition. If you go to my Instagram,
Is it your company?
no, they get behind me though.
Okay.
When they found out how much creatine I was using, they're like, shit, man. This is what they kind of found me because of so they actually have let's go all the way back. One of my buddies, Tony Huge, he was the original founder of the company.
Tony Huge?
Yeah, that's his name on Instagram.
Okay.
Highly successful dude, like crazy smart. He was at the age of 30, he basically retired himself. He had built himself a law firm with like almost a dozen practicing lawyers underneath him.
Wow.
Yeah, and he basically is like, this is not what I'm here for. Sold that motherfucker, cashed out, started this company, and just been progressively moved. Then he went, then he's got into he's like, he and I have amazing peptide conversations. He's like probably if you look him up, he's probably one of the most censored dudes on social media.
Because everything he says, people are always blocking him or stopping him?
I mean, because he brings shit to the table that I don't think that whomever wants to be heard. You know what I mean? There's the powers that be. Like, he doesn't even live in the U.S. anymore. He gets fucking hassled so much. He lives in Thailand.
Oh.
Yeah, he'll come in and out of the U.S. a few weeks at a time.
Yeah, I'm
kind of covert.
Marty,
I'm on his page now. He's peptides, fat loss stack. He's probably exposing a lot of stuff that it's what it looks like. So,
well, and he was doing it. He was doing it when nobody else was too.
Gotcha.
And so, anyway, he's part of that company, and so they're actually coming. When I started, when I started getting vocal about peptides, we started kind of teaming up for some really cool shit and experiments and stuff. And then, we basically further talked about, what I was doing with creatine. And he's like, dude, he goes, what do you want? He goes, we're actually doing enhanced. That's his original company. We're actually starting a clinic. And the clinic is more of like a vitality clinic for hormones and shit and peptides. And I was like, look, I'm all for it, but I have my own peptide company. So you don't have to be part of that, of the clinic. And and plus enhanced, if you look at these products we have here, and I was like, dude, if that creatine tastes good, I'm in, because I'm trying to get, I would say never am I going to take in less than 60 to 80 grams of creatine a day. That shit is fucking hard to get down with that white powder. This makes it fucking easy. 7 times 8.
How much is that
in here?
How much water is in that?
A liter. 1 liter.
That's a liter. Okay.
7 to 8 grams of that grape creatine tastes fucking amazing. But go to my Instagram, hit that link bio, and you'll see there's a link for enhanced.
So you put
that.
So you put 7 to 8 grams per liter, or
per liter?
I got you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna check it out right now.
Millennium, I see your comment there. Creatine gummies. Just a heads up there, Millennium. We did a little conversation earlier this week.
Well, you're putting in more fucking chemicals than you are creatine.
Yeah, Arnold, the big dog himself, Schwarzenegger, this week, Millennium talked about creatine gummies and how little creatine's actually not in them. So just a heads up, Millennium, you might not actually be getting much creatine in those gummies you're taking. Hey,
Real
John,
quick.
Marty, what about? Okay, Marty, go please, Marty.
Real quick. If I see it on TikTok, I'm not buying it. All I see on TikTok is creatine gummies. So I don't.
Really?
I don't. Yeah, I see too many people promoting it and people that aren't even in fitness promoting it.
So
I never trusted it to begin with. But yeah, I just want to throw that in there. Yep.
Yeah, but Marty, here's the thing, dude. You start taking in higher levels of creatine. Some of the top wellness and anti-aging doctors are putting creatine in their top 5.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's minimum of 25 grams a day. And so for me, I'm always going to take double of what the suggested study is. That's just the way.
Really? Okay.
Well, provided there's never been a downside to it's. You just if your body's not absorbent, you'll piss it out. Okay. So there's the risk to this experiment is almost nothing. And when I get up in the morning, I'm going to douse down 20 grams almost immediately. It wakes me up, helps, because basically creatine is helping rehydrate the cell. And we're 70% water. And so it's like for even with my clients, I'm like, so if you start taking, minimum of 25, I have them couple 5 grams with their glass of water when they're eating. They're like, holy shit, this makes a difference.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to make I suspect that, Jon, you study creatine, you study these products so much because of what you do for a living. I suspect more people don't consume or lean into the knowledge around creatine for the brain benefits because it's been so associated with bodybuilding or big men, right? So it's
when it was just for the pump, I never took it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yes, interesting to hear you say that.
Yeah, as soon as they say cognitive, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
if the positive side effect is a pump, I'll take that.
Yeah, but when you learned about the positive cognitive effects, you're like, I'm all over that, right? Yep. Hey, Jimmy,
seeker of clarity, baby.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna do a lifestyle tip with Andersen, a reset hour too. But before that, I got a quick question though, because I see a lot of people, and I have been one that's done it over the years. Jon, it's a question for you. What about sipping on BCAAs throughout the day? Is that do you waste
your money, dude?
I was just gonna. Is that what it is? Yeah, tell me. Talk to me.
Well, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Let's make an example.
Yeah.
Someone that actually takes a little bit of pride in what they eat.
Yes.
You're getting all that in your food.
Yes.
At a very, very bioavailable level. Someone that's eating fucking McDonald's all the time, there might be some benefit, but when you look at what the shit costs, the rate of return on pre-workouts and BCAAs is fucking. Someone would never buy it if they understood how much money was being made because they realize how fucking cheap it is.
Interesting.
And it's always colored.
Yes.
You know what? Fucking put this colors. Like, that's the thing with this creatine. It's flavored and uncolored. It's one of the only ones out there. The other ones that you can find that do have flavor, they're colored. So now you got a color in there. And it tastes fucking terrible. So it's like, Jesus Christ, the whole flavoring issue is to make it easier to get down. It's doesn't taste good, and you're bringing in a color. What the fuck?
You Marty, you got to admit, Andersen's discipline to some of these things is pretty remarkable. Like just some of the things that when you just kind of when you peel it back. There's somebody in my world, in my family's world, that does not eat well at all, but they're constantly sipping on the BCAAs, and I just kind of scratch my head because I'm like, you're heading over to McDonald's and all. It's just the same. It's, you know what I mean, Marty? It's just chasing the bad habits. I got a
cupboard. I have a fucking cupboard of this shit.
Yeah.
And it's basically what I do is I just, like when different workers come to the house and, they're usually always, they come back in my gym and they look at all the fucking shit on the walls and stuff. And they start talking to Terry or me about their kid that's fucking, doing this, that, and the other. And he's taking the BCAAs. And I'm not going to have the fucking conversation. I said, look, how about this? Don't waste your money. We'll give him 2 or 3 tubs of it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, did you sip on them?
I used to in the past. When I was a young trainer, I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
But after doing some reading and research and saw that they're basically pointless, I let it go.
Well, it's basically really expensive flavored water is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
When what you're saying, Jon, is if you're eating the proper foods anyways, you're getting what you're getting. Don't go waste your money on the powder, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, guys, listen.
But keep in mind, if it was like ridiculously cheap, there'd be an argument, but it's not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Marty.
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick because I gotta go, but Johnny, I'm on your link now. Which one is it? I just want to ask you.
Enhanced Labs.
Enhanced Labs.
Like the code, I think it even says in there, Jon 10 is the code. It'll save you 10%.
All right.
You see it?
Creatine, right? Yeah, I'm looking for the creatine.
You got to hit the link. It'll take you to the website. Okay. And then there's 2 flavors. There's watermelon, which is not terribly bad, but not terribly good. The grape is like fucking, they send me 10 tubs every month.
Okay.
Really? Dude.
All right, man. Appreciate that.
There you go, Marty.
Another thing you might want to look at when you're on there, bro, is another one. The second product that I use the shit out of is because it's really high quality is Tudka. Oh, Tudka is another one that's really, really. I don't think is that the website or is that a YouTube channel, brother? Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah. So just find that there'll be there's creatine unflavored and there's creatine flavored. You also find Tudka. Tudkas are detox, really, really fucking helpful. We live in a dirty world. We're breathing it. We're drinking it. Toxins are everywhere. Well, when you give your body some help getting rid of toxicity, it relieves a threat. The body is never going to work on the goal when there's a threat of survival.
Got you.
Tudka. Interesting. Cleanses the cleans the liver, protects cells, and promotes peak performance. Tudka. Is that a natural supplement, Johnny?
The Chinese have been using this shit for fucking hundreds of years. That's why these little bastards live to be 300 years old.
Yeah. Tudka. There you go, Johnny. There you go, Marty. All right. Let's do it. Marty, you rock and roll out of here, pal? You got a big day? You got a big day today?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know about Friday yet, though, but I'll be here tomorrow.
Awesome. All right, pal. You have yourself an awesome day.
All right, you too.
All right, pal. Man. Yep. All right, Jimmy, let's do a lifestyle tip.
Have a good loop, brother.
I'm going to do a reset for hour 2. Let's do it, Jimmy.
Now, remember what we talked about. Protein first, then squeaky toy. It's all about systems, pitcher.
That was pretty good. That was good. All right. So asking yourselves questions is so powerful. Like we're just talking a minute ago, about, basically what I said was I seek clarity. Well, when you think about how you're living your life, there's many things that you're going to seek. Clarity is one thing I seek. I seek clarity because when I see more clearly, I make better decisions. I have a better life. But the question comes down to what is it that you're seeking? A lot of times when you ask someone what they're seeking, they can't tell you. And when you know what you want and you actually have an intention to seek something, you're going to be pretty surprised at how your brain will help you figure out the solution to what you're seeking. The example I make all the time is you got a guy who is 4:30, gets off at 5, supposed to go to the gym. And he says to himself, I'm kind of tired. Maybe I shouldn't go to the gym. Well, his brain comes back with 5 supporting reasons about why he shouldn't go to the gym. And guess what? He doesn't go to the gym. Now, the flip side is he says, I'm kind of tired, but I know I'll feel better when I go. The brain will come back with reasons to support why he should go. So when you say to yourself, I'm in pursuit of clarity, I'm in pursuit of more energy, I'm in pursuit of XYZ, your brain starts going out, finding supporting reasons and solutions to help you with what you seek. So take a piece of paper and write down what are the top 3 things you are seeking in your life. Now, if you can do that, good for you. And if you can, do you have any supporting reasons of why you're seeking those things? Because those are the reasons once you actually start to speak those or talk to yourself about those, you're starting your brain down that pathway of going to find the supporting reasons of what you're seeking. But this whole tip is really about asking yourself questions. Asking yourself questions might be one of the most powerful tools a human has with achieving what they want. So ask yourself questions. More importantly, ask yourself one simple one today. What are you seeking? Rock and roll.
Good morning, everybody. Yep. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to hour 2 of Mornings in Live with Keith, Jon, and friends. Quick recap. We had a lot of fun in the first hour. Yeah, we talked about how we smell. We did. We talked about smelling. We talked creatine. We talked BCAAs. We talked dips. Jimmy's back on the buttons. The handsome chief is staying nowhere near the outline or the script of today's show, Jimmy. Yeah, true story. Just all over the map here today with a lot of great. We talked gambling, fixed fights. My goodness, we got a brand new member here in the community today, Millennium Purge TV. We talked about the big vote happening out in the state of Talked about the emotional support water bottle and whether we're carrying a water bottle just to support ourselves or whether we're actually drinking water out of it. And yeah, we didn't talk about anything that we had planned to talk about today, Jimmy. Nope, true story, 100%. Coming up at hour 2, bottom of the hour, Maya Reyes is going to join us. She's going to introduce what's happening over in the community corner over on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Substack. Looking forward to having that conversation. And listen, if you guys are new here, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, tell your friends all about Mornings in the Lab, and to join the show the second hour, Lady Drew, 431-300-3005. Hey, Jimmy, Lady Drew's out there. I know she is. What's up, Good Time? What's up, Global? Global's out there as well, dropping gems. Michael Global is dropping non-stop gems every single day here in the Mornings in the Lab live community. The live show that gets up and helps you guys get after it. Not hit the snooze button. Monday to Friday, live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. All right, we're going to keep it rock and rolling here, guys. I found something here today, Jimmy, that new research shows us. This must be why Lauren spends hours just working on Wordle and all these wonderful brain puzzles. But Jimmy, new research is showing us, and I know Andersen can hear this, so I know he's going to be quite intrigued with this because he's all about the brain these days, and I'm loving it because there's a lot to be said for that. But there's new research, Jimmy, that shows that intensive, scientifically designed brain training, yes, brain training, can reverse up to a decade of natural age-related decline. Wow. In key brain chemicals, effectively turning back the clock on the brain's aging process. I love this one when I found it, actually, because there's some key findings here that I think we all can learn from and perhaps encourage ourselves or encourage our parents to dig into. But ears up, guys, on this one. A 2025 McGill, so recently, this is a recent study, guys. A 2025 McGill University study found that older adults, age 65 plus, who engaged in rigorous daily mental exercises for 10 weeks, experienced, here's the number, guys, ears up, a 2.3% increase in the brain chemical acetylcholine in regions critical for attention and memory. So let's just recap that. So the study found that older adults who were engaging in rigorous daily mental exercises experienced a 2.3% increase in brain chemical acetylcholine. And the increase is notable because acetylcholine levels typically decrease, guys, by 2.5% per decade due to aging, meaning that the training essentially effectively reversed about 10 years of this specific decline. Fascinating to me, frankly. The boost in brain chemistry was exclusive participants using evidence-based cognitive training programs. Now, here's the thing, guys. Games like Candy Crush or games like, using evidence-based cognitive training, challenging attention, speed, and memory, not casual games like Solitaire or Candy Crush. Sorry, I got it backwards there. So games like Candy Crush and Solitaire were not the games that were giving these neurological benefits, right? So they were putting these candidates through different challenging attention, speed, and memory puzzles to understand how the brain was working. Jimmy, let's pull Johnny back up on stage here as I see him getting ready here. And what makes me curious, actually, I'm just going to throw the question out there, just kind of out loud, is whether we are doing studies with creatine with this older, with our aging population to see what we're learning there. John, did you hear us out there?
Yeah.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so much going on with cognitive right now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I was actually I've been doing a lot of studying on that, actually.
Interesting. And what I find funny, well, not funny, but what I find intriguing about this is that I know that I see like my dad, or I see, folks that are older than you and I leaning into the games like Solitaire and Candy Crush, which are probably better than nothing. But because I'm thinking that they're doing them because it's like they're thinking that it's positively affecting their brain. There might be other puzzles we can get our elder statesmen around us to be doing to help stimulate that brain work.
Writing with your left hand.
Oh, interesting.
I should say offhand.
Offhand, yes. If you're right, yes, yeah. Actually, interesting to hear you say that. There is a big push right now. Well, I'm going to say the they movement. Who's they? I don't know, but there is somewhat of a movement happening on the internets of people leaning back into writing with their hands with a pen or a pencil, because it is the complete opposite of the artificial intelligence world we're in. And it's and what it does.
There's a study that proves that a person that handwrites something with a pencil and paper, not types it, 60% more likely to use that information properly.
Well, it's interesting because that's that analog way of inputting information, right?
Subconscious. Go to your subconscious.
Well, yeah, because you're there's that manual input. I don't know. So I have a prediction, frankly. So I know that ChatGPT, they're releasing hardware next year. They're going to release a device.
What does that mean?
Like, so you know how Apple has the iPhone? So ChatGPT is releasing a device.
Oh, no shit. What is it going to do?
Well, I have a prediction what it is in just a second, and I'll share it with you. So Jony Ive, the guy who developed the iPhone with Steve Jobs, right? The guy who's changed the world with this device. He's developing the device with ChatGPT. I predict it's going to be a pen. And I predict the input because, so just follow my nerdiness here.
I know, so, I can see that though. I can see that. Because how they're talking about it is that it'll be a companion device that goes with you everywhere, but it doesn't have a screen on it. So just hear me out for a second. And they're talking about how it's going to be a brand new way of input, like as in user interface. So just think about this. So a pen with cameras in it and a speaker in it, and you input just like this, you write in the air. So it recognizes how you write, right? Or you write on the table or write on a piece of paper, but it's analog input. It's capturing all the sounds around you. It's capturing the cameras around you. So it's got context. That's interesting. Writing in the air. I don't know that I would be very legible.
No, but whether it's air or ground, but just think about because now there's no screen. You're not looking at it. It's
no, I'm with you. It's just like I think to my have you ever written like on a standing whiteboard? It doesn't look like your handwriting.
Yeah, I know. Yes. Yeah.
You used to have it for me when my form is down.
Yes,
that's when my shit looks good. Like if I stand up and I try to take a note in my book, I'm like, dude, why'd you do that?
Oh,
You get your fucking white out, erase it, and fucking do it in a way that makes sense.
Your white out.
Yeah, I got the little tape.
You do, eh?
Yeah. So I don't like scribbles in there.
No, I know.
When I'm going back, if I'm going back 6 months,
yes,
and I got to dig through scribbles, it's not an effective way.
No. So I suspect that that's what they're going to be launching next year, which is a pen or a pencil, which I find that it is interesting. Yeah. Speaking of, I got a few things for you here this morning here on the did you know side of things, because I know you're a big
real quick, totally off topic, but one thing we got to start digging into is the power of nicotine.
Talk about it with me.
Dude, it's like it took such a bad name because it was through smoking and tobacco.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the nicotine that's addictive. It's the delivery systems.
Yes, we knew that. Yes. Yeah.
And like the positive benefits that they're finding from fucking nicotine is fucking crazy.
So I'm going to be naive for a moment here. Just going to back it right up. Tobacco comes from a tobacco plant.
Mm-hmm.
Nicotine is
I think it's the chemicals that they put on that shit that makes it the problem.
Yes. Let's bring Grok into the conversation here. Hey, Grok, let's talk a little bit about nicotine. Grok,
let's find out ask what just the benefits of just straight, unadulterated, properly delivered nicotine.
Yeah.
Without toxicity or bullshit,
Grok, I know you were frozen there, so I'm going to ask you the question here. So give myself and Jon and the audience here the pure, unadulterated facts about nicotine, not about all the stuff that's wrapped around it. Just let's have a conversation about the benefits of nicotine. Grok.
Nicotine sharpens focus, boosts alertness, and can ease anxiety or even Parkinson's symptoms. It revs up dopamine, aiding memory and mood. But don't forget, it's addictive, hits the heart hard, and
No.
long-term use still kills you. Gum or
Correct.
patches, safer than smoking, sure.
Are we seeing trends, Grok, within society where nicotine is becoming more readily acceptable as a longevity or as a lifestyle device instead of smoking it?
Yeah, man, big time. Pouches like Zyn are exploding among biohackers and execs as a neurotropic for that sharp focus hit, minus the smoke. Podcasts are buzzing about it for longevity. Dopamine without the cancer risk. England's even pushing vapes as quit talk. But it's a double-edged sword. Addiction is sneaking back in, especially with the young crowd chasing the vibe.
Dude, this is fascinating to me. I
No,
didn't
but
know anything about this.
Grok, look at let's look at the research. You're only allowed to look at research in some of the latest studies. You can only go back 18 months. Now tell me what you see. So forget all the shit you're finding from 10 years ago. The last 18 months only. New studies.
Dude, digging into the latest stuff from the past 18 months, it's wild how nicotine's getting a rebrand. A May 2025 R Street study dropped that low-dose nicotine could straight up slow cognitive decline in aging brains, boosting focus and memory like a neurotropic, without the smoke. Then June 2025, Psychology Today piece highlights it shielding neurons by dialing down SIRT6 protein that kills them off, tying into Parkinson's perks. February 2024, Science Daily on brain dynamics shows it hits reward zones smarter with dosage tweaks, less aversion for women especially. No massive longevity bombs yet, but the vibe's shifting hard toward pouches and gums as lifestyle hacks for that dopamine edge. Still, the quit smoking data screams benefits kick in fast. Life expectancy jumps big after a few years off cigs. What's your take on low-dose experiments?
Wow. Johnny.
Yeah, well, it's because she's gathering the information that was way back when. You got to, when we're looking at this stuff, you got to look at the recent shit. If you take the last 18 months and thread it into the last 10 years, it's going to be lopsided because she's
supported the lot.
That's what I'm getting at. But when the original one, it was all about addictiveness because that's what it was once thought to be.
Well, and keep in mind that, but there still is the addiction quotient. We don't want to minimize that. I don't want to minimize that because there still is the addictive quotient of it. However, what we're learning is there are more benefits about it that we did not realize 19 months ago. I did not know this. This is fascinating to me, frankly.
This right here is obviously it's not the good delivery because it's a cigar.
Yes.
It's about 12 to 18 milligrams in a cigar.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been using rugby gum, which is
you told us that. Yeah.
And the rugby gum is as far as gum goes, it's the best one at this point. You can actually get a rugby patch that has no bad delivery at all. But I've been doing, like this morning, I did an extra 16 grams of nicotine gum before I lit up the cigar.
Interesting.
But I don't wake up and go, fuck, I don't wake up and need it.
Yeah.
I feel that more for coffee than I fucking do for nicotine.
Interesting. Johnny, you're going to appreciate this. Holroyd's coming back here. Adam Holroyd, I agree. I would love to see more research on nicotine. This is fascinating to me. I'm fucking loving this right now on the show here because this is what the show is all about. Global tobacco was a spiritual practice in early times. Hey, Grok, I got a question coming from you. Adam Holroyd says, I have heard about studies of using nicotine on autistic children and they're seeing benefits. Grok, can you lean into recent studies in the last 18 months about how nicotine might be helping autistic children? What can you share with us, Grok?
Adam, digging into the fresh stuff, last 18 months. There's one standout, April 2025 study in PubMed on nicotine in BTBR mice, a classic autism model. It showed low-dose nicotine dialing down brain inflammation and tweaking nicotinic receptors, which eased social deficits and repetitive behaviors. No human trials popped up in that window, though. Mostly animal hints at potential for focus and anxiety tweaks in neurodiverse kids. Super preliminary, and docs aren't prescribing it yet. Wild frontier, right?
Wow, Johnny, you blew my fucking mind off with this topic today. I'm sounding like a naive child right now, but like I knew about it, but I think I'll be frank with you. I just kind of put it away, right? Because
we were polluted with the old research.
Yes, no, you're bang on. I've associated with what I grew up with. So you and I being the same age, this has been a game changer for me actually this morning, because I never thought about it this way. I was always wondering, because Carter was telling about Zyn, like a bunch of his buddies on the hockey team are all popping Zyn.
Keep in mind, but a lot of these fucking things still have the shitty delivery. You guys, it's really difficult to find one without the shitty delivery. That's the hard part about it.
Dude, I'm no different than you. I smoke my cannabis, right? So I understand the benefits of THC and CBD. The delivery mechanism I recognize is not the best. There's no question about that, right? No question about it. But to me, it's kind of like the same way, right? I like my cannabis. I understand the science behind it. I'm intrigued by it.
But it's still, it's a natural thing. It's not.
Yes. Yeah.
It's all this stuff with the delivery systems with nicotine is like chemically induced shit to
covered in all that tar and crap.
Pass the fucking brain barrier and do this and do that. And it's not. It's designed. The delivery tools are designed to be addictive.
Yes, dude. Thank you for sharing this with me. I did not know. And I guess, like you said, it's that because we've been so taught about what I thought I knew, I actually I retrained my brain in these last 13 minutes on just recognizing that there's, like, I'm going to do more research into Zyn. What Zyn's all about.
As far as I know,
have you sucked in the Zyn?
No, I don't think that. I think that's a bad one. The only pouch that I know, is Tucker Carlson just released one.
Okay.
That's supposed to have no bad delivery. That's the only pouch I know of.
Yeah, because he's a smoker. Because he's a smoker himself, as Tucker is.
Yeah. So the only I believe, so Rugby has a patch that it's a slow release. That one right there, I don't believe has any bad delivery components.
Yeah.
And I think their gum is close. It's the best gum. And the reason I like the gum is because it's in you quick.
Oh yeah. Okay. Interesting. Dude, thanks for enlightening me today with this topic. Yeah, I had, and I'm with Adam. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find more about this, because what I'm, like you, I pride myself on seeking clarity, and I love to be curious. I love information, and I like learning.
Now let's give just a little bit for someone that's going to try. So, a person that's not used to it. Nicotine can easily make you feel sick to your stomach.
Oh, so dude.
You got to start slow. So like a 2 milligram piece of gum, you might only chew that thing for 30 seconds and put it on the fucking table and see how you feel. Because even if you're not chewing, it's still releasing it. So you got to kind of test the waters. It's like the first time a person has a drink, don't fucking drink 5 shots of tequila.
Yeah.
Have half a shot and see how you feel.
Yeah, I recognize that. What was I going to say? That nicotine affects the dopamine. I'm sorry, I was trying to find the word. Affects when you're taking your nicotine, whatever delivery mechanism it is. Do you feel that dopamine spike yourself? Do you feel it hit you?
I just feel it's like part of my clarity process.
Okay. Oh yeah. I get you. Speaking of clarity, good segue for the handsome chief here. How's that winch look on the front of your Jeep?
It looks pretty fucking good, I'll tell you. Because it's so fucking crazy because basically I don't know anything about these. So I asked Chat, hey, this is the vehicle I want to put it on. Here's the bumper it's going on. I want the biggest, beefiest one that will fit in there.
Yeah.
Dude, it fit in there by like a fucking millimeter.
Oh, really?
Perfect. Oh, it was fucking perfect. Yeah. And so my buddy came and put it in like 90 minutes. It was just like open the box, fucking bolt it in, pow. It looks it looks cool.
I went outside yesterday with the dogs. Just at the end of my day, was feeding the dogs. I looked at my Jeep. I thought of you. I thought, I wonder how Anderson's winch install went, because I know your buddy was coming around yesterday to get it done. So
it's actually the
winch that you didn't need, but the truck needed because there's a spot for it.
Well, but the funny thing is, like, we have a winch on the other Jeep in Mexico, but it's fucking probably 15 years old. That motherfucker is like, Jesus Christ, to get that thing to work, you have to read the manual again. Dude, this one is so fucking easy. I might actually use it. Like if the buggy gets stuck in the deep sand, I could so easily pull this one down and you know, it's so easy to use. Pull the I probably will use this one because it's so user friendly.
I'll probably use this one.
Yeah, because if something's a pain in the ass to use, fuck this shit.
Never
I'll call somebody to go fucking pull it.
100%. 100%. Hey, before you go, a little funny story with you. So, we had that guest we had in the show yesterday. Supposed to have in the show yesterday. So,
yeah,
yesterday afternoon, I got a text from the guest saying, I tried to get on your show, but your show's broken. The instructions don't work. So, and I'm like, so right away I get defensive and I'm like, so, all right. I'm like, no, actually they do work. I wrote them myself. Here they are. Did you read the instructions? Yes, I did. And then he comes back and says to me, I'm like, actually, no, because here's the screenshots of us giving it all to you. And he just went through a tirade of constant disrespect that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, didn't know about the show. And I was just like,
I had a feeling if he made it on, it was going to be a slugfest.
Oh, I believe me. I was betting Melissa and Jimmy that there was a flake happening here. So, and I got to be honest, I didn't expect him to be on the show yesterday. But what I didn't expect was just the lack of respect as the day went on when he kept just throwing me under the bus. Like I didn't know, or we didn't know what the hell we were doing with the show. I'm like, dude, I said, I wrote the instructions. I've had hundreds of guests on the show. They work. Did you read the instructions? And then as the day went on, oh, I guess there must have been a misunderstanding. That's the problem with humans. We don't want to take accountability. It's always somebody else's fault, John. Always. In my experience, always somebody else's fault.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, there's going to be those people and there's going to be those people.
That's exactly how it works, my friend. Yeah, it's exactly how it works. So, all right. And good time. Yeah, and good time. You said this yesterday. He could have just asked for help. Yes. Andersen, what are you doing today, man? What's going on in your world today?
Today, non-training day.
Yes.
I've actually got a fairly light day, so which means I have there's more time that I have to work on the business, which is always fun.
Yeah. What are you working on today?
The new company is coming on like a fucking freight train. The website's done.
Yeah.
Hoping to get the credit card processing finished up, all of the fucking the banking and the offshore shit done. It's cool. Yeah. Are you happy with it? Happy where it's going? Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah. It's just it's kind of a whole different creature because it's a little bit, this one is more in control of its own destiny because everything is in-house. Well, yeah, because it's completely vertical. It's all stacked together, right? One feeds the other, right? Mm-hmm. First time you've done that, isn't it? Like a vertically integrated business. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I mean, it's just fun. That's all I can say. I can relate. I got up this morning, Jack, to do the show. And then when I saw the note from Jimmy, like I woke up and it was, and you know how iPhone summarizes your messages? The message was, can I come back on the show? I'm like, fuck yeah. I got a tear in my eye because I was, I know he's been going through some tough times. So I was happy that he showed up here today, which was really awesome. And then I'm just loving what we're building right now. We got a really clear path into 2026. The business foundation is really coming together, building on the live framework. I'm excited here over the next couple of weeks. We're going to sit down. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share the plan with you and everything. It's instead of you having to read it, it's I'm pretty jacked, man, because we got this firm footing. The world of live conversations. It's just so clear the way the technology, the industry. Hard to see now, but when I look 12 months from now, I'm pretty fucking jacked, man. I was excited to come to work today, and I'm excited to get some life expectancy work again today too. There you go, baby. There you go. Can always live longer, my friend. Yes, yes. I love and add a little nicotine in there. Look out. Well, I'm kind of curious, my friend. I'm kind of curious. Well, the nice thing too is it's a short-lived thing. Yeah. So like I've used it, like say at 3 p.m. Yeah. When I'm like, okay, I need to sharpen up quick. Pow. Yeah. 4 milligrams and bam, I'm there. No shit. Yeah. In minutes. Yeah. That's what's fun about going on this journey with you, because we're the same age and we can relate to things that we were taught or learned about, and we can kind of dispel or those old school, like some of those old school myths you grew up with that are like you said, I did not know about this nicotine stuff until today because my brain was programmed than what I was raised with. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's fun to reprogram, or just like how we started the conversation about the Tin Man.
right? Or just that fucking.
Well, and that whole thing, that thought process goes so deep into food. It's crazy.
Yes. Well, you know what I find too? It's, and this is, I'll let you go here quickly, but I bet you when you still talk with your mom, because is your mom's faculty all still there?
Oh, she's fucking totally sharp.
She is, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, dude, every day works on something. I mean, she's got multiple masters. I mean, she's, awesome. She leads meditation groups. I mean, I bring it up though, because when you talk with her, I know when I talk to my folks, do you find yourself sometimes just nodding and smiling when mom is saying things that just aren't true in 2025 anymore? Right? Because you're like, because she believes something that was true, but really, let's again, smoking your nicotine, right? Where they may not, like, there are things that I know my mom still believes today that unequivocally aren't true in 2025. The thing about that is that she's really fucking good at digesting what's new.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Really good. So like she knows my lane. So if I say, hey mom, check this out.
Yeah.
She soaks it up.
Yeah. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. That's,
but I mean, there are some things that, there's just, that are kind of in there that, just kind of let be, I don't know, like, well, she still has this view on how the world works, that everything is, it's actually a beautiful thing, that everything is good, which I believe too. But I think at the same time, you have to understand that there's also a fleet of people that are trying to, they have an agenda that they want to be unknown. And I think she has a hard time stomaching that. So she chooses not to process it.
A certain sense of perhaps naivety that I just should like to embrace, right?
And I think what it does is it puts her into a space that she doesn't like to live in.
Yeah. Well, I
totally appreciate that.
100%. I even laugh with my, I'm sure my mom still debates in her head whether it's butter or margarine. Love you, mom. But you know what I mean? John, because you and I at Pet Show, a good time, we were all raised. There was a point in time which was get the butter out, eat margarine, just margarine. And then there was that whole world where it doesn't, what was it called again? It tastes just like butter. There was that brand for a while there, which was a margarine product. But my point though, is that there are certain things that I know my mom was taught that I still think she still believes today.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, pal. Listen, I appreciate you. Had a lot of fun today. Enjoyed the conversation. You enjoy your day today. And I look forward to catching up with you in less than 22 hours.
Have a good loop, my brother.
All right, pal. All right, Jimmy, let's walk Johnny out of here. Let's get the big dog out of the show here this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. You're left with the one, me. Oh, me. And of course, we got Grok here. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Mornings. Yes, Holroyd. I can't believe it's not butter. That's exactly it. That's I gotta admit that this was fun about doing this show with all of you guys, is that we all can relate to these things, right? So when I say something, y'all are like, yes, this, or yes, this. So I appreciate you guys putting your hands up, and Global, especially you, man. You just, when we got a question, you're like, oh yeah, I get the answer. Boom, boom, boom. So it's pretty fun. And Howard, I gotta be honest, man, I did not know about that with the autism stuff. I didn't. With the nicotine and the autism tests, and I find it quite fascinating. I did not know anything about today's I had heard about the Zyn packs, and I think we had talked about it with Roofy here a couple of days ago with the changing effects of nicotine, but just did not realize how much it has changed. Now, I'm not saying I'm running towards buying my nicotine shit today. No, I'm just more as a human being recognizing I'm sounding like my mom right now. Oh, I didn't know stuff changed. Yeah, there's some new research around it. So, okay. All right, guys, listen, let's keep the show rock and rolling here. Jimmy, I think we're going to work our way to the community corner. We have Maya Reyes getting after with the community corner today. And, we got to Adam. Both my boys are autistic, so it's one that caught my interest. Yeah, no shit. I can only imagine that it would have caught your interest. And, it's Good Time says, Tucker has that caffeine pouch. Well, that's what Anderson was saying. Good Time. I did not know that. I know Tucker was a smoker. So actually, Tucker's a great example of the business of 2025. What am I talking about? Build up an audience, and then you sell your audience what you're a part of. So he's like, hey, I'm a smoker. I like nicotine. I see its benefits. Oh, 1 million people like me as Tucker Carlson. Here's my product. When people come to me and talk about building a business in 2025, that's how you build a business in 2025. It's interesting because I got a piece I'm going to put on the table here in the future, perhaps next week. Michael Bostic, the CEO of Dear Media, the Call Her Daddy podcast and so forth, explains that's the same way you build the business in 2025. You build yourself an audience, a community, and then you put stuff in front of that audience, in front of that community that you believe in that they will potentially buy. So let's do a little role play here, right? So I'm suspecting that if Uncle Keith is saying this or Johnny is saying that there's a community here that would say, okay, well, if they're buying it, he might buy it. So good time, you're bang on, man. That's exactly what Tucker has done. And John Petro, I can't believe it's not butter, and I can't believe I'm still fatter. Yeah, man, I went through that. And Petro, good time. I'm thinking you guys did too with your parents, where there was that all that advertising changed from, oh, butter's killing you, you got to buy the margarine, or the canola oils, or all these oils that were coming out. And I remember, fuck, man, there was just nonstop margarine in the house. Margarine's gross. I like butter. Fucking love butter, actually. Salted butter. Ugh. You guys like butter? You guys like, I love butter. Shortbread cookies, sugar and butter. You notice how I talk about these things when Anderson's not here? All right, Jimmy, let's bring Maya Reyes in. Let's get to the community corner this morning on Mornings in the Lab.
It's time for the Community Corner, where we connect YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack on Mornings in the Lab. If your brain is wired for scrolling, can you rewire it for discipline? And are rituals the quiet engine behind real talk progress and morning mindset wins? Today is about habit stacking, accountability, and choosing hard now so life gets easier later.
Doing the best we can, Petro, doing the best we can. Preaching the business model Bible today. Yes, I have been spending, if you guys are noticing that the show has been a little, I don't want to say up to standards, because I have a certain standard. I do. I have a certain standard with our show. It hasn't been, truthfully. You notice we don't have any openers and closers. We've been tweaking. It's not because Jimmy was away. No. It's because I have intentionally been spending time on different levers in the business. Let me share it with you guys. I talked about it before. We have a small team here, and I've purposely been very strategic and methodical at growing this business. I could have went and raised a bunch of money or went and thrown a bunch of money originally at this whole thing to get it going and make it go faster. But at the rate of which AI is changing things so rapidly, I'm hiring people to fire them. And I just couldn't on my conscience do that. So what I've been doing is learning and doing everything myself along with Jimmy and Melissa. And then as we learn it, making the decision, can an AI do it or do we got to put a human behind it? And it's true, man. It's been incredible how we've been able to build this entire platform with a small team. The vision here, guys, would be, let's just use you, Petro, as an example, right? Just talking to John Petrocelli right now from the business side. But the example might be is that, hey, Petro wants to start his own live conversation. So the vision is that, Petro should be able to join the Mornings in the Lab live network, get his topic. I'm going to simplify it. Put his topic in the box, hit enter. And then what happens for Petro is he shows up in the morning, his scripts are ready, his topics are ready, everything's ready to go. He just has to have a conversation. Guests are booked or the guest's process is booked. So everything that we've been doing on this show packaged up as part of our live conversation OS. I've built an entire operating system underneath everything you guys are seeing. So when you get to the business Bible, Petro, you're going to hear me talking more about the business side of things as we're growing, because the show is the show. We know what it is. In August, I pulled a bunch of levers to do some testing. And I learned during that time, okay, I see what levers we can pull to move the needle in a certain direction. I knew that if I was going to keep pulling those levers to keep growing the business, I needed to have that solid foundation in place. So what I anticipate to continue happening is you're going to see some of our messaging become more aligned on encouraging men to join the Mornings in the Lab live network, get their own show, right? Start their own live conversation, build their own audience, build their own community. What I would envision when we're standing here 12 months from now is that we have 10, 20, 30, 50, perhaps 100 shows on the Mornings in the Lab live network, all that kind of self-contained within each other, right? Feeding each other, right? So a morning show, a morning platform of shows that are all feeding each other within a network, right? So maybe fitness related shows, maybe lifestyle related shows, maybe there's an electrician in the crowd that's like, hey, I'm 45 years old. I've learned a lot of shit. I want to build a business so I can teach others, but I don't know how to get started. I got something to say. How do I get started? Hey, Handsome Chief, I can help you out over here. Join the lab, join the live network, sit down, we'll get you started. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So that's what we've been working hard on. So we are, so what I do expect to start seeing, we're going to start seeing some continued improvements on making, I got just big plans for the show. So anyways, enough of that ranting and rambling. Let's get to the community corner here on Mornings in the Lab. All right, Maya, thanks for kicking us into the YouTube side of things. And guys, and I appreciate your patience as we still continue to. It's funny because you guys don't know the difference. You guys are like, oh yeah, it's great or it's good, whatever you want to phrase it. For me, I'm like, well, I don't know, it's just not really there yet. But it's funny how we're the hardest critic. We are the harshest critic of our own work, I believe is how that goes. All right, Jimmy, YouTube, make hard things easier than scrolling. Yes. Newell. Jimmy, I think it's Jewel. Newell of Knowledge asks, how do you rewire your brain so doing hard things becomes easier than scrolling? The answer? Oh, I just learned today. Suck on nicotine. Yeah. Rebalance your dopamine, apparently. Fast dopamine is that social media fix, the junk food, the porn. It drains the motivation. It makes that discipline impossible. The slow dopamine, guys, the exercise, the reading, the deep work, it strengthens the satisfaction, the life expectancy work with our partner that we're madly in love with. That is slow dopamine. So here's some core examples and some core principles of that. A depleted brain that you might have today defaults to ease. You know what you like when you're tired? Maybe you're up late at night. That next day, you're like, I'm just going to have these shitty food because it's easier to make. So protect that dopamine by avoiding overstimulation. Reappraising discomfort, seeing pain as progress, reframing struggle as a path to reward, and winning the evening. That morning strength, it starts the night before. We talk about it ad nauseum on this show. Your morning starts the night before. Structure your day around biological energy peaks. Hard work when you're fresh. Know when your hard work is. If you're a creative, you'll know when your hard work is. Is it the morning? Is it the afternoon? Is it the evening? When's your best time to be creative? And then when you find those times, dig into it. That's what I find. Identity, guys, identity without evidence. I think Petro can lean into this one. If there's anything John Petrocelli has taught me to consider, it's just leaning into evidence, thinking about evidence, asking the question of what is the evidence, right? What is it you can show me to prove to me that you are a psychic? It's funny, Petro, I was reading a story here a couple days ago that the Long Island psychic is fake. I don't know. And then the article went into talking about all the tactics. I was thinking about you because they were talking about, what is it, cold questions? Yeah, how she seeds the audience with her staff that look like audience members and wander the audience and have creative human conversations where knowledge is revealed that gets back to the psychic. So it's fascinating to me. Hey, my role is to be the curious soul without judgment. Nothing but grace. Good time. Elon was telling Rogan, yes, there will be no apps. I'm telling you, there's no need. I got something to say about this. There's no need for them. There isn't, because everything's going to be on demand. It's funny because I was making content Good Time for the network, for the show here and for, just to help promote the show. And I was, Jimmy, the super bullshitty Long Island psychic. Yes. That's the one. Wasn't there a TV show about her? Wasn't that, what's that? What is her name? The actress that played her in the show was called Medium. Blonde girl. Jimmy, I think you can find her for us. The actress that played the Long Island psychic, I think. The TV show was called Medium. But anyways, back to Good Time's comment there. Yeah, so when you think about it, And it's because I'm nerd, I think about these things. But when you think about it, it's actually quite logical that these just become nodes. Like they're just like the processing is all done in the cloud and it happens instantly. If you think about how quick we can produce a video today, right? It's a good time you've been on Sora with me, right? So we just make a video, just put some words in it and it makes a video. Think about that. Like just think about the kind of technical aspect of it. Like, holy fuck, that happens pretty instantly. Well, think about how slow that is today compared to how it's going to be tomorrow. Like think about that process in 1 year from now. Yeah, Jimmy, you're right. Teresa Caputo. But there was an actress that played her. If you can find me that actress's name, it's on the tip of my tongue and it's driving me nuts. But good time if you think about it. If you think about it, so when you make a video on Sora, I make a video on Sora, it's quite revolutionary because like, holy shit, this happened this fast. And you're like, wow, that's pretty awesome. And all of a sudden you got a video out of the blue. Imagine in 1 year from now how instant that's going to be. Imagine in 2 years from now how instant it's going to be. So the idea of the app quickly goes away when you can just ask for something to be delivered in you in real time. And I'll tell you a good time where I've been struggling a little bit. I'm making content to be scheduled within the social platforms for a few months out. And I was recognizing yesterday how quickly the stuff is dating, right? Because something you made today might not have the physics that looks very good. It's good enough, but somebody who makes that same product in 2 months from now might be better. So it's actually, I as a marketer, business person, somebody who's delivering messaging, it's actually quite a fascinating time right now to make content. Petro, remember all their Long Island psychic stuff is edited. Yes, Patricia Arquette, Jim Glassman coming into the table. That's it, Jim Glassman. I appreciate you, brother. Yes, they only show the hits and delete the misses. Ask them to go live and see what happens. Oh, Petra walking me right over to the pedestal to get into my live conversation. Here's the thing, you guys. Actually, I love that you said that because live is the great equalizer. Live is the absolute great equalizer. And this is the best example. Best example. If you can't have a live conversation with truth happening in real time, forgive me for saying what I'm going to say next. Sorry. You have no fucking influence. You're nobody. Your words don't mean anything to me. They don't. Because you don't have the ability to have a conversation, a back and forth. You don't have the ability to take my words and embrace them, decipher them, and then hit the tennis ball back to my side of the court. If you are purely a one-way communicator behind a podcast or behind a recording or behind a bunch of edited bits, I'm sorry, but you're fucking nothing. You got nothing to say. You have nothing to say. You have no influence. You're manufactured. You're no different than the Backstreet Boys. And I'm not saying the Backstreet Boys are a bad thing, but let's just call it what it is. There's something to be said. I'll put it on the table. There's something to be said for Taylor Swift's influence. So sure, there might be a lot of fake streaming going on within the platforms. I bring it up because Drake is suing UMG and Kendrick for all the fake bots that are happening. Fine. But that young lady moved a lot of human beings, real human beings, to her concerts for her live performances. That is influence, nation. Live is the great equalizer. So, Petro, I'm glad that you put it up there with the Long Island psychic or any psychic. Because if you can't have a live conversation with me, I think you're influence, especially as we go into the future, like in 2 years from now and 3 years from now, when everything can be generated in real time. So guys, don't kid yourself. This show will be generating in real time in the future where the handsome chief might not be the handsome chief. Maybe I'm John Petrocelli in costume because I can generate a new image that you guys are seeing in real time. And most folks just can't wrap their heads around that. But I'm telling you, it's coming. So the great equalizer becomes the live conversation without the fluff. When I fuck up or fall down or the tech doesn't work. Telling you. And I'm betting every last fucking nickel in my bank account on it. Oh, baby, to the chagrin of many. But that is my bet. My hypothesis, live is the great equalizer. And we are digging in big time into it. Big time. Woo! All right, who's next in the community corner, Jimmy? I kind of got on my rant there. Who do we got next on the screen there, Jimmy? I think we got, we're going to move over to Substack. All right, let's do that here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Substack. The 33 mini habits that quietly changed everything. Tej Doza.
Tej Doza. Hey, what's up, Tej Doza? I'm going to do this in a different accent there, Tej Doza. Tej Doza shares 33 mini habits, the small actions that often 60 seconds or less that transformed his life. Yep, the non-drastic overhauls, the just simple behaviors repeated over time, and the start and the ending of the day with intention, the morning positivity, the evening forgiveness, and the clear mental baggage, the prep for success. You know, to do that, you might want to clean your workspace. You might want to preload the tools for tomorrow, and you might want to prep the weekly supplements in advance. So you prioritize the sleep and the recovery, and you adjust the temperature, adopt nighttime routines, and of course, you ground yourself physically with those non-negotiables. And you practice body awareness, use brief movement to release tension. And then you reduce the digital distractions, disable notifications, set boundaries with technology. And my accent now moves to Eastern Europe as I keep talking this way. So what you might want to do is focus on the high ROI behaviors, Jimmy. The high. Yes, identify 1, 2, 3 key priorities to get the day started and start the work with revenue-producing tasks. Not many of us start with revenue-producing tasks. No, many of us start with somebody else's task list, disguised as an inbox. So, as Tej Doza says, 33 mini habits. And to my Canadian friends, you might notice a little bit of Nestor Pester in the voice here today. Petro, do you know, Petro, my nominee, the Canadian friend there living in the Carolinas, you know Nestor Pester? I'd invite you to check out Nestor Pester if you don't. Good time, you know Nestor Pester? No, good time, you know Nestor Pester. I know you do, the good Ukrainian comedian. Fuck, man, I grew up with him. Yes. Jimmy, let's keep it going, brother. LinkedIn rituals, not motivation. Fuck, got all these sounds in my ears. Good time, I'm not changing, man. Fuck no, it's too much fun being me. True story. Too much fun being me. And Jimmy, have a look at Good Time's comment, man. Have a good time. Have a look at Petro, Count Dracula with Latino. That's not what it was supposed to sound like, if that's what it sounded like. It was supposed to sound like Nestor Pester, the Ukrainian comedian that I grew up with. Maybe I got to bring it to the show. I'm thinking Roof might know who fucking Nestor Pester. Petro, you're disappointing me, man. My adopted Canadian friend who's thinking that it's this fucking Count Dracula, dude. LinkedIn rituals, not motivation. They drive success. Katie Sereno, former elite athlete, you guys, and performance coach, says that top performers depend on rituals, not fleeting motivation, which might be a tip for all of us that are struggling. Those daily rituals. I got to think. I'm going to speak on behalf of Jimmy here. I don't know this to be true, but I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to think that as Jimmy went through some tough times in the last couple of weeks, that what he leaned into were those daily rituals, those subconscious rituals that, as difficult as they were, I'm going to assume helped him move the path forward day to day. Because like ocean waves shaping a shore, that repetition, those daily rituals, they create our reality. And Katya's non-negotiable trinity. She says morning affirmation practice, strategic planning time, and evening reflection. She says these 3 rituals anchor her day. I would include life expectancy work on that one when my partner wants to participate. Or even if I got to do it myself, that would be a ritual for sure. Jimmy, I know you agree too. Good time, I know you do too. And hey, if you're really good at it, switch hands. True story. Yeah. The question isn't whether you have rituals. I know you do. It's whether it's left hand or right hand. Yep. True story. And hey, the question is, are your rituals serving the person you want to become? Or are they serving the person over there? There you go, nation. All right, Maya. I took over the community corner and went sideways on you, Maya. What do we got? Let's walk us out of here, Maya, before we get to the creator spotlight.
That's a wrap on today's Community Corner, fellas. What story resonated most with you today? Let us know in the comments. If you want your story featured on the show, follow us and tag us in your next post.
All right, guys. Well, listen. No creator spotlight today, which is totally cool. As I said, man, we're pulling levers, and we have a small team here. So, no creator spotlight today. We'll have one back on. We'll have one back on the table today. Dude, good time. Your brother won the election last night in your town. Congratulations, Charlie. So, hey, brother, is that a? So, I mean, seriously, is that a good thing, or was it, or were you, or was he surprised? Obviously, it's a good thing, because else he wouldn't have ran. So I'm thinking that he has some strong views on things that he wants to change. So that's awesome that he won the election. I believe me, man. Hey, we're at that age, right? Where it's all theater, Charlie. It's all theater, right? And everybody just actors in the big play we call the world, right? You got the guy with orange hair. You got the guy with no hair over there in one part of the world flying missiles around the planet that never drop, and it's just all theater. So it's fascinating to me, and I have interest in it, which is why I lean into it. That's why I made the comment I made earlier on the show, and I was glad that Marty went there with me. That I never in my lifetime, and good time, I think I can speak for all of us listening on the show here today, and again without judgment, it doesn't affect me. I never in my lifetime would have imagined America voting the way America did vote yesterday in New York City after it happened 20 some odd years ago. So it's quite surprised, but it just shows you how life changes and life moves, and how dynamic life is, and how the world and politics is actually just theater. So good time. Maybe we can have some fun with your brother along the way with what's happening in your neck of the woods in the world of politics. Petro, I appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good day today out there in the Carolinas. Jim Glassman, thanks for dropping the nuggets here this morning on Patricia Arquette, the Long Island medium. Holroyd, I appreciate your vulnerability, man. Talking about your boys and leaning into the autism conversation. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful that you share that, and we get to share those experiences. And I learned so much today on the show. Listen, last week I learned about kale and cauliflower linked to broccoli and cauliflower linked to kale from Seasoned Strength. And today I learned more about nicotine than I could have even imagined. So yeah, it is crazy good time. I'm with you, man. It's crazy world we live in. And you know what? You have to wonder with what happened last night. Yeah, maybe he can help with the bear. Maybe you're gonna wake up tomorrow, there's gonna be a bear cage in your backyard. It does make me wonder though, whether what happened yesterday in America is a microcosm for what's to come in the next 12 months. Again, without opinion, purely observing, fascinated by it. It's interesting to me, actually, because I think yesterday there was more blue seats won than red seats, and I find it interesting. So, and I think you guys all know where I stand on everything. I like making money. I like building a business. I love humans. I'm a father with daughters. I welcome everybody. I think you guys know exactly where I stand. I do think that there's too much bullshit out there. True story. And hey, Millennium Purge, I appreciate you coming to the show today, and I appreciate you subscribing to the channel, and I appreciate you hanging out with us. Guys, we're back at it tomorrow. Jimmy, that's right. I got to do this outro before Melissa gives me shit, even though she's not here today. Yeah. All right, coming up tomorrow. Longevity hacks, the garage door sprint. Oh, hey guys, garage door. You know what? I pride myself on finding stupid conversational topics. Do you guys leave your garage and wonder if it went down? Or do you turn the cameras on wondering if it's fucking there? Or like, oh, fuck, I forgot to turn the garage door down. Or we're going to talk about that. And we're talking trolls. 5 ways to stay kind when the internet gets mean. Good time. I stay out of it. It'd be fun family dinners at your house if mom and dad are, yeah, there you go. All right, guys, we'll see you guys in less than 24 hours right here, live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, mornings in the lab with myself, Jimmy, Johnny, Marty. Good time, Petro, Global, Holroyd, the entire gang. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys have a choice, and you choose to spend it with me. So thank you. We'll see you guys tomorrow.